Welcome to my Raise Up series. This is a series of videos that I'm going to deliver to you over the next several Fridays that's all about raising up you, raising up your voice, raising up your impact, raising up the difference that you're making in the world. And I'm super excited about this because I believe that each and every one of you has a gift that's meant to matter in the world and that you need to be stepping out, and it's time to be stepping out, making the difference you're meant to make. There are people that need you, and our world needs you right now. And for me, this is about the ripple effect. I have this goal of creating, of touching and impacting 1 million women, helping them step into their passion, their voice, and what they're meant to do in the world. Yes, 1 million women. That's a lot of women. But I'm super excited about this. And it's not that I actually have to touch 1 million women. But the way it works is that I help you go do what you're meant to do. Raise up what you're putting into the world. You go help the people you're meant to help. They go help the people they're meant to help. And it becomes this beautiful ripple effect that our world needs right now. So let me tell you a little bit about how this Raise Up series is going to work. So each Friday, I'm going to be putting out a video. And it's about raising up the gifts of who you are. That's where we'll start today. Raising up your brand, raising up your authentic voice, what it is that is true to you that you want to be sharing with the world. Raising up your impact, raising up your soulful inspiration. Yes, we're going to make space for you to listen to your soul, listen to your heart, what it is you are being called to do, right? There's a calling. There's this difference that you're meant to matter. And there's little signposts that are showing up for you all the time if you just stop and you listen. Raising up the community, because the communities that we hang in, the people that we are with, are going to determine how successful we are. So how do you really raise up the community of people that you're reaching, that you're impacting? Raising up your sight on new clients. How do you attract new people to you in a way that is true to you, that's easy, that's in the flow? So all of this is about being in the flow. It's not about being in a drive and a push, but it's about being in the flow of what it is that you're putting into the world. Raising up your life energy, because at the end of the day, it's how you resonate that changes everything. So there's some things that we can work on from the life energy perspective. And it's all about raising up your business, raising up that difference you want to make, but doing it in a way that's bringing more dollars to you, right? Because that's, at the end of the day, you guys are all in business to make a living. And I want the people in my communities to be really successful in the work that they're doing. So today, let's talk about raising up the gifts of who you are. And one of the best ways that you can really tune into the gifts of who you are, and which is going to flow right into the brand of you and how you show up. So I like to link this, and that's why I like to start here, because if you start with the brand of who you are, you will create a brand that's different, that's unique to you, with a voice that's unique to you, and you won't sound like anyone else. It's so important that you build a brand, a voice, a platform that is that comes from the inside out. I believe it starts with who you are at your very essence, that core of who you are. And the way you find your essence is you can dig into your strengths and your passions and your values. And you say, okay, you take all these wonderful pieces of who you are, and this is who I am. It's like this nugget of who you are. I often compare it to taking an artichoke, right? Where you take the leaves off of an artichoke, and these are the clues of who you are. And once you get to the heart of that artichoke, it's the very best, most delicious part. And so when you are exploring your essence, you can start with your strengths. And one of the best ways to do that is with your stories. Simply think back in time in your life when you felt most on fire, when things have just been going really easily, things have been flowing to you, all the right people have been showing up, all the right things that you wanted to make happen were happening. Because if you look at those stories, there's going to be clues about what your strengths are. What was it about you that made that time so easy, because you were in your gifts, in your passions, in your values. There's going to be all kinds of clues. So look at those stories first and foremost. Ask some people around you what you're best at. What do they see as your best strengths? What do they, so just ask people to mirror some of that back. I love Strengths Finders. You can take that online. I'll put the link to Strength Finders in the notes with this video. Passions, what is it that lights you up? Because if you're doing things that you love, guess what? You are going to be in your passion. You're going to be resonating and vibrating at a different level, right? I mean, you're just really going to be vibrating at a different level when you're in your passions. And you're going to be attracting a lot of energy to you. So passions is a good place to start. What are you most passionate about? Values. I'm going to give you an exercise on values also in the notes of this video. And the reason I do that is because our values shift. The values that you had 5 years ago, even a year ago, could have shifted. And then there's going to be some values that you've had your whole life, your soul values. So taking some time to pause on what do you value the most in your life, and how do you want to make sure that you're integrating that? Very often when people are feeling like they're not really, like things aren't feeling right for them, it's like their values have shifted and they haven't shifted and they haven't shifted their life to meet the values that are most prevalent to them right now. And then knowing who you are at your very essence, how do you want to make a difference with those gifts? So those are all questions that you can journal on. You can take space. I am a big believer in just getting out in nature and being curious about these questions, the answers to these questions for yourself. So go take some of these ideas. Go for a walk today. It's summer, and enjoy it and be curious about it. Get your journal out. Write about it. I'll give you some tools in the notes on that will help you through this, and really listen into your heart's desires. And so this is a journey we're going on. So thanks for joining me. And next week, we're going to be talking about raise up your brand. And if you want just one other piece on this, raising up your gifts of you, that is my work in my book, Fire Dancer, really helps go deep with all of these. I tell my own story in this. So if that is appealing to you, if you're really wanting to go deep into who you are at your very essence, grab my book, Fire Dancer. It's a great tool to help you move through these first pieces of tuning into who you are, so that we can really jump into how do you want to integrate that into your brand, because it starts from the inside out. So remember that. And also on June 27th, I am going to be doing a full day workshop. So I'll put the link in the notes below if you want to join me. And it is all about getting clear about what it is that what's the difference that you want to make in the world, and how do you step into that with your voice. So that will give you a full day workshop on this. But watch for my video next Friday, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. In the meantime, have an awesome, amazing day. Bye.